Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Kyle and I'm back again this time to give you another One Piece video, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my review of One Piece chapter 1002. The reason I'm smiling, the reason I'm so excited and happy is because Luffy is just proving everyone that doubted him wrong. The people that say no, he'd get crushed by the Yonko. I know it's still early on within the fight, but Luffy is showing that he has the potential to go on and defeat not just Kaido, but Big Mom. I know there's two Yonko that is pushing it, but his main focus is, of course, Kaido. Big Mom tried it. She failed, even though she's not been taken down yet. But the reason why she failed, I'll get into that in a little bit later. But Luffy, yes, is proving time and time again that he's able to withstand fighting against a Yonko. And I'll leave a card at the top of this video where I did a video last year which was how strong do I think Luffy would be after Wano, and I put myself on the line when I said this, that Luffy by the end of Wano will be on a Yonko tier, being able to go toe to toe with a Yonko, which basically means that I believe Luffy will be a Yonko after this arc. Luffy will be named a Yonko because he would have defeated Kaido, and the fact that he's going toe to toe with two Yonko at the moment, two Yonko, and I know, well, actually it looks like one there, but yeah, two, there we go. Anyway, I know that the rest of the gang are there, but you can see a major difference between Luffy and the rest of them. Law and Kid, well, actually, all of them, including Zoro and Killer, they're all doing damage. They're all showing off attacks and they all look amazing, but you can see the difference. It kind of looks like Kaido's getting a bit of a, how can I say this, a bit of a tiggle, like it's damaging him, but it's not damaging him to the extent that Luffy is damaging. Luffy's Rio is the big major factor in this, and his new attacks. Like we've seen Kong Rifle. I was reading it, I was like, okay Luffy, you do what you need to do, and then we see Rhino Schneider, which we all know and love because we saw that in Dressrosa, and now he's doing Gatling. Luffy's doing Gatling at the end of the chapter, in Gear 4. We knew it was possible because of Organ. It's just that with the way he does Organ, it looks like a bit slower. It's like it's trying to pick up the pace, but it looks like it's just mainly more panding. But we know how fast the Gatling is. And I know this is in like the manga, but seriously, how fast is this? Because this is Bounce Man and it's in a bigger form. And going off of like Kong Organ, it's, you know, it does its damage, but it's very slow. But a Gatling is very fast. So I'm guessing this is really fast. And to see that in Gear 4 when it's animated is going to be so sick. But you can see the major difference that Oda is like showing here. He's giving the others like the time of like day. Well, that sounds really bad, but when I say the time of day, like he's giving them like the opportunity to show off, like Kid, my boy Kid coming in. Like the amount of references, or like the whole punk genre within rock, the way that he's doing like all these different attacks, like he did against, you know, Scratch Man Apu back on, that feels like ages ago now, but the attacks he did on Apu. But this one, I was looking at it and I was thinking, right, what is Oda referencing here with like Slam Gibson? Obviously there is a guitar manufacturer called Gibson. And if you guys ain't aware, like if you don't really listen to like punk or rock music, but back in like the 80s and or 70s, 80s and 90s, like early 90s, I don't think they really do it anymore. I think it's very rare. But the way that he grabbed Kaido like that and was bringing him over and slammed him, basically guitarists used to grab their guitars at the end of the show because, you know, they've got plenty of other guitars like being, you know, sponsored and that, but they'd grab the guitars and they'd absolutely smash them to pieces continuously. Kid didn't really do that to Kaido, but it's very, you know, similar. So that's a big reference to, you know, slamming a guitar. So he's like taking Kaido and just bringing him down like a house of thunder and trying to smash him up. But it didn't happen. You see Law coming in with the Gamma Knife, didn't do nothing. Then you see Killer coming in with, I think it was Scyther Sonic or Sonic Scyther, which looked absolutely epic, which is like him just spinning down Kaido's like body. And then Big Mom comes in and uses Indra, but I'll get to the whole Indra bit like later on. But then there was one point right at the start of the chapter, I'm like, what is Kaido? Kaido looks like Gyarados, but then he's using like a freaking like Pidgeot attack, like the wind, like the gusts. Don't get me wrong, it looked epic, but I'm thinking it's like Kaido like now becoming like a Pokemon or something. What's next? Is he going to do, well actually no, he's already got the fire, isn't he? Like the Borrow Breath, so he's already got that. So I'm waiting for another one. Maybe we'll start doing, I don't know, like Whip or whatever it is that the Bulbasaur and Ivysaur and Venusaur do, or maybe he might do like, I can't remember what Venusaur does. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but it just seems like Kaido's just becoming more and more Pokemon like as it is. But you know what, it's cool because Kaido's powerful. So yes guys, as I said, Luffy is becoming a Yonko. The guy is pretty much already on that Yonko tier, and by the end of Wano, it's going to go all over the newspaper. Big news from Big News Morgans that Luffy took down an emperor along with these guys, but Luffy showed the most and now he is officially Yonko. Can you imagine leading up to the final war? It's about time. It is about that time, guys, because when we get to... I know Oda won't skip Elbaf. He can't skip Elbaf. But... you know, once we have like Elbaf and then finding the One Piece, and because we know it's going to go on further than that, and then going into the final war, it's going to be mad. Luffy needs to go into that. He's going to go into that being a Yonko. Can you imagine? That is so cool. I can't wait for Luffy to be... I know he's got, you know, the 5th Emperor title and everything like that, but it's just the fact that a lot of people know that he kind of tangled with a Yonko being Big Mom in Whole Cake Island, but it wasn't enough to, you know, justify, like, to the fans here that Luffy is on a Yonko tier because he only just about matched Katakuri and just about won. And yet Katakuri was, like, owning him for 90% of the fight. But when you look at him from that point until now, the man is now taking on 2 Yonko, and he is tanking Blast Breath, he's tanking Indra. Well, Indra is, you know, it's going to happen because he's made a rubber and that shocks Big Mom. But that's the one thing I noticed as well, is that after he tanked Indra, because everyone else got shocked by it, everyone else is coming in trying to do their attacks, and don't get me wrong, Zoro's Flying Dragon, I can't remember the name of it, but the Flying Dragon Blaze, that's the one, Blaze. Flying Dragon Blaze, don't get me wrong, it looked cool. Kaido even acknowledged that, well, why do I feel the presence of Odin within this sword? And it's like, is he finally clocking on that it is like one of Odin's sword? He's going to like, oh my god, but he's not knows that Zoro's not going to bring out enough power just yet. Zoro's still getting used to it. I think he still will get some attacks in on him and, you know, eventually do damage to him more than what so that he's doing now, like the rest of them. But then there's still Big Mom, and then Kid says that Big Mom is like a natural disaster. Anyway, going back to what I was saying with Luffy dodging Indra, well, not dodging Indra, he got attacked by Indra, everyone else got shocked, and all you heard was and everyone went, and like, it's like Big Mom's got this big shock on her face. It's like a panel right next to like Luffy, like right next to each other, and it's so beautifully done. Like the emotion you see within Big Mom's face, like she looks scared, and this is Big Mom looking scared of Luffy. That's what I'm interpreting, because she's not saying this, and I had to re-look over this because I can't go into the video saying that Luffy said this and it's Big Mom. But from what I'm saying, it is definitely Luffy, because she wouldn't have this shock on her face unless she was shocked at what Kaido was about to do. But then she knows what Kaido's going to do because she knows how powerful he is. But that's what I'm saying, it's Luffy. Luffy says that he's going to get revenge on everything that they've done. And Big Mom's like, oh my god, like he's tanked Indra. And it's like, how did you tank? I made a rubber. And then he says that. And then Kaido comes in with the freaking Borrow Blast, and Luffy gets hit by it. Actually, I forgot. I need to remember that bit with Zoro, actually. I'll bring that up in just a second. With Luffy, he tanks Borrow Breath, and then even Kaido's like, wait, how did he not go down? Like, how did he survive that? And Luffy comes in with the Gomu Gomu no! Gatling! That was it, Kong Gatling, and it's just like pummeling the crap out of Kaido. I know Kaido is getting back up. I know that. But you can see the difference with the attacks. And I love the way that Oda's doing this with the panels. You see when Zoro comes in, yes, okay, that's the bit I was about to mention. When he cuts the Borrow Blast, thinking that Luffy's going to get hit by it, of course it's cool, and that's when it leads up to the Flying Dragon Blaze, and Big Mom says to look out, but it's still cool that Zoro's still jumping up trying to, you know, defend Luffy, even though Luffy knows he can tank it and survive it. It's great, I love it so much. Luffy's just showed how much of a beast he is. But yes, going through all the panels where you're seeing like Kid come in, you're seeing Law, Killer, and Zoro, they're all doing their attacks and they're all doing somewhat damage. But then when you look at Luffy, it's like showing how dominant Luffy is with the Rio and just showing everything that we know and love about Luffy. I love the way that Oda shows the difference in power. Of course, eventually, everything that they've done so far is going to wear them down, but Luffy is going to do the majority of the damage. But who is going to tend with Big Mom? Because Big Mom now showing off Indra, doing like the whole Sasuke type thing, and oh man, it's just going to go off. But we need someone up there who's going to tank the lightning. So is it all going to be down to Luffy at the end of the day? Is Luffy going to be the one that has to take on both Yonko at the same time? Is he going to have to do a switcheroo? Like he's going to Gatling the hell out of Kaido. Then he's going to switch to Big Mom, and are we going to get like a big bazooka type thing? Like, are we going to get that massive like dragon thing from Pirate Warriors 4? Which, if you guys know, it's like, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's dragon something, in which Luffy twists all his arms up and then comes down. Could he do that on Kaido? Could he do that on Big Mom? What attacks are we going to see? I feel like Luffy is going to be that person at the forefront, the guy at the front, there with Kid and Law behind him, and then Zoro and Killer just next to them. But it feels like Luffy's going to be the one at the front, beating the crap out of both Big Mom and Kaido, and then the rest of them come in and then do their bits of damage. So eventually it is all going to wear both of them down, and I think it's going to wear them down, and I feel like, yeah, Luffy's going to be the guy standing at the end. People can say, oh my god, he's taken on 2 Yonko. What is Luffy made of? We know what Luffy's made of, but I personally think it would be cool. Why has it only got to be one person? I'm getting greedy now, but why has it only got to be like him? So Kaido up there. Why has it only just got to be Kaido? Why can't it be Big Mom as well? It could be both of them. It's going to be great. But you know what, guys? Overall, this chapter was really good. I'm loving 1-0. 1-0 is my favourite arc of the time skip. I've said this so many times, but just seeing this battle, the reason why, compared to all these other battles that I've ever seen Luffy, like regardless of the hype moments where he's smashing the mirror, or going back to pre-time skip where he's bringing the house down on Arlong, or fighting Lucci, fighting Doflamingo, fighting, I don't know, Hody Jones, even though Hody Jones, I just couldn't think of another character, so I just brought up him. I guess you could say the Admirals, but the Admirals were different, but he didn't really bring the house down on them. They brought the house down on him. Anyway, but the way that it is now when seeing Luffy go against 2 Yonkos, so it's got such a different feeling to it. And the way that I'm saying that is because Luffy's progressed so much, and the fact that he will become a Yonko, like, after this, like, officially, for taking down 2 of the biggest, like, Yonko that are known as the deadliest alliance that we have to date since back then of the Rocks Pirates, just goes to show what Luffy's made of, even if it is just getting Kaido. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but you know what? It's just one of those things. You get hyped, you think of all this hype stuff that you want to happen. Will it happen? It could potentially happen, but then it's just one of those things you just have to wait for. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you have anything else to say, smash this video with a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of the chapter? What do you think is going to go on in the next chapter, because we haven't got a break next week. I will be doing a predictions video that tomorrow, and it will probably come out Tuesday, so look forward to that. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, because you know I've been looking at my chart, and as you guys can see right now, the majority of people that are watching are not subscribed, so make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you guys never ever miss a post, share the video out there, and I will see you guys for the next video. Until then, see ya.